Well, all right.
We have an annuities firm and investment strategies associated with our Banking United firm.
Said well. Said very well from my brother. And I, just as my brother was talking, I looked down at this check you brought us for $37 million. John.
Which is not a small amount of money.
No, it's not. It's a big amount, is what it is. It's a large, very large amount. But that doesn't scare us. That's not something we're scared of. There's a few different ways we can skin this cat. I mean, there's a couple things one, we could look at CDs, put it in a couple different kind of low to mid level aggressive kind of funds. We could do a few that put it in a money market. Look, whatever you want to throw up there, we're going to make it stick, because the whole point is, we are a team. So again, truth, faith, virtuous, and honorable is where the guiding light.
When I was a boy, Jonathan, I grew up, my daddy, we were not very rich or wealthy by any means, but we grew up and our father looked us in the eyes one day and he said, you two boys got something, you got brains. And I said, Daddy, you're right. And so he sent us to college. We both attended Grambling University.
I think being in that kind of a college, it taught me a little bit about work. When I was a kid, I remember on the farm. We grew up in East Texas, and my father was.
Yep.
He was. And a lot of people, and the thing, there are things people can do. There are ways you can choose to live your life. There are ways you can talk about a lot of different things.
This is not small fries that you are handing over here, and we appreciate your kindness in coming in. I don't know if you saw us in the ad that we sent out. My brother posts these ads, but we take a lot of pride in
We do that on the internets. We put it on the internets, and that's how a lot of people come see it. But
we do.
So what I want to do is I want to ask you, part of what we have to do. Look, if we're not, if we're just sitting around talking and we're not actually, doing things. I think one of the things I want to do is, what's your full name?
Jonathan Swift. I'm gonna write this down.
That's me. That's me. Hold on.
There we go.
Hold on.
It's the
hello. Yes. Looks like the NASDAQ is down. The Dow Jones is struggling. Like I said, Bill, there's a few different things we can do here. I mean, we can, you want to talk about making it we could do that. If you just want to get on and go down to town, we could probably set that up too.
Is that Bill Stevens?
Yeah, it is.
We set up a annuity for him with a bond set up going straight up high.
Yeah,
I don't want him to fly under the radar anymore. I want him to finally take some of this and dig up some gold.
You betcha. We will. You hear that? Yeah, you're all set up. Yeah, you betcha.
And Jonathan, what do you want? I mean, do you want something kind of down here? Do you want something about right here? Do you want something to go way up sky high?
Look, a lot of people come in here and they talk about look, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to drop it in over here, put it in this bucket.
Yeah, basically, what you gonna do with it, son?
And you talk about giving me your money and saying, hey, I have this kind of vision that I want to do. Talking about we're gonna place it over here, we're gonna do this with it, we're gonna bring it around. That's one of those things I talk about a lot. When I'm trying to kind of put together sort of a plan, a vision that I'm building, to have this way you talk about bonds, put in this bucket, talk about different things you want to do. I'm trying to find out, hey, is this a guy who, is this a guy who, is going to do that? And I think there's lots of things people say. So that being said, what do you think about that? Say, look, we're going to try different things. So we're going to do, some different things. And I think that kind of what we're talking about.
We ain't talking about no spreadsheets either, Jonathan.
Nope,
we ain't talking about law books and courtesy calls. We're talking about big time procedures here, and we're talking about
money. Okay, profit. Revenue streams.
Absolutely, give you somewhere where you can lay your feet down in the sand and you can say, "I'm safe here."
I don't think any three of us in this room are scientists. I don't think we're. I'm not in NASA going to the moon, spaceships. Do you want some gum, by the way?
Now, Jonathan, there are 3 different kinds of accounts we're going to be doing here for you. First of all, we got the money market account, the MMA. When you invest in gold, you investing with a lot of sultans, a lot of Arabs over there. Now, the MFs, this is where it gets a little tricky, and these are the mutual funds. We got Wall Street right here, We're going to take your money, and instead of just private equitizing everything right over here like Wall Street does, taking this, put it into that silver hole, we skip over that. We jump them hoops, John.
Because every time, you are investing, this is moving, this is moving. Now, but watch this. Here's you, right? As this makes a full motion, it goes over here. Okay? And what is this over here, you're asking? This is where you make all the money. Do you agree with that?
I do, absolutely. And I thank you for asking.
So, I feel comfortable asking you this now. On behalf of my brother and I and our company, Lyons Brothers and Associates, can you become a client today?
Yes. I want you to sign on the dotted line. See your little X marks the spot there. You got your private account number there, name there, SS here, the bank here, Lyons Brothers United Banking. So, here you are, son.
Okay. All right. Good. Good.
We were born in the city of fire. We were born in the city of fire. We were born in the goddamn city of fire, and we'll die in the city of fire.